Kyla Liu from bestemailmarketingsoftware.com, and today I'm going to be reviewing Omnisend. It sounds so epic. So if that is something you are interested in, then just keep watching. Now in this Omnisend review, I want to show you exactly what Omnisend is, how it actually works, and by the end of this video, you should know if Omnisend is a good fit for you and your goals. So what actually is Omnisend? Omnisend is an all-in-one omni-channel marketing platform that is specifically designed for e-commerce businesses. Their primary goals include helping online stores increase their sales, get a better ROI with their marketing efforts, and improve customer relationships. Today, I'm going to be covering how to create a segment, creating an email, building an automation, creating a form, pricing, who I believe Omnisend is best suited for, and my list of pros and cons. So let's jump behind the screen and see how this actually works. So if you were not aware, you actually need an e-commerce store built in order to actually use Omnisend. The reason for this is because Omnisend requires you to connect your store after you have signed up to use the Omnisend platform. Now, here's the deal. I don't actually have an e-commerce store of my own. I'm not in the e-commerce space as of current, but I want to make sure that I help you guys out. So I actually went and created an entire e-commerce store just for this video, so you guys can see an inside look of Omnisend and be able to decide if it's a right fit for you. The things I do for you guys. So for those of you who are wondering, I did build my online store on Wix, and I'm not going to show you how to build an e-commerce store or connect it in this video, but the process is really quite simple to connect your online store to Omnisend. Obviously, the more complicated part is actually building the store itself, but the actual connection process is really simple and really didn't take that long. But Omnisend does need to approve your store, and there's a little bit of a process there, but I do also want to note, you will need a custom domain in order for your store to connect to Omnisend. At least that's how it was for Wix. I would assume that's across the board with other e-commerce platforms. If you guys don't know what a domain is basically the name of a website like this. And those are fairly simple to get. There's a lot of platforms out there that will allow you to just buy domains, or you can buy a domain directly within your e-commerce platform if it allows it. So with that out of the way, let me show you how to use Omnisend. Some time ago, Omnisend set the goal to replace lists with dynamic segments, which I think it's a good idea in theory, but I thought it was a little odd. In my opinion, lists are a lot more straightforward and a little bit easier to manage, but segments do allow you to account for the changes that happen within your email audience. Okay, so here we are on my Omnisend dashboard. Now again, yours might look slightly different if you've just signed in and you have not connected your store yet, but in order to create a segment, we're actually gonna go up here to the top navigation bar and click on Audience. And here you'll see an overview of your contacts. On the right-hand side, you can add contacts there with that button. But actually, if I go into this All Contacts tab, right here, you'll be able to see the contacts, and right here on this button, you're gonna click on Create a Segment. So you can filter by channels, you can filter by shopping behavior. If I scroll down here, email campaign activity, SMS campaign activity, properties. So you can see there's a ton of options here when it comes to creating your segments. So let me just walk you through this really quickly so you guys can see how this works. So I'll just go filter by shopping behavior, and I'll do purchased a product. So when I click on that, then we have the purchase date or a condition. So is or is not or is in the last. So we'll do is in the last 30 days, and I'll click add. And so right here, it's telling me right now the contacts that I have currently in my account don't match that selected rule, but you can see up here, here is my segment. So contacts who have purchased a product, and the purchase date is within the last 30 days, and you can add different filters. So if I click on Save Segment, it will have me name the segment name. So I'll just do purchased, for the case of this video, and we'll click Save Segment. So now my segment is created. So if I go over here to the Segments tab, you can see there is my segment. So when people, if they join my list or if I add contacts in and they follow those segment rules, it will add them into this segment. Because Omnisend doesn't have lists, I would say their contact feature is not as beginner friendly, and it requires you to be a little bit more tech savvy in order to navigate everything. I wish Omnisend's instructions were a little bit more clear when it came to adding contacts, and in my opinion, it took just a lot more time than it needed to. Okay, so to create an email in Omnisend, let me show you guys how this works. So we're gonna go up here and click on Campaigns, and then here you have your campaign dashboard, and we're gonna go over here to the right and click on New Campaign. And here you actually have a bunch of different options. You could do an email, subject line A and B test, meaning you're testing different subject lines and seeing which one works best. Or you can actually test the different email content. You can do SMS, which is text messages, or push notifications. But for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to create an email. So we're gonna click on Create Email. And then here we have the campaign settings. So let's do the subject line. I'm gonna copy and paste my subject line there. Perfect. Let's say I was doing a special one-time discount or sale and I wanted to send out a one-time email. And then we have sender's name and sender's email address. Now right here you'll see using gmail.com as a sender's email address may prevent the delivery of your emails. So having a personal email like you guys can see here makes it really challenging to get into a person's email inbox. Usually they go to spam. So what you can do is add in a business email. So instead of having it at gmail.com, you can have it at your domain.com or something like that. So you guys can switch that up. I'm not going to change that here. But what I also really love about Omnisend is look here on the right hand side, you can actually see it previewed in the inbox. So that's what my subject line will look like and the from name. So that's really cool. I love that they have that there. You can do pre-header text. So if you add that in, you'll be able to see that there, content pre-header. So you can add that in there. And then campaign. So we'll just do this as, we'll name this discount. So I know that this is a discount campaign. You can look at the additional steps here and we're gonna click on next step. So now they have their new email builder that they're testing. You can see it's in the beta mode, or you can do the classic builder. So let's go ahead and use the new email builder. Okay, so here they've got a bunch of different templates. Now it is a little unfortunate because a lot of email marketing software will have like a filter feature that you can look at the different templates, but Omnisend does not appear to have that. And let's go ahead and do this one because we are doing some sort of discount. So let's click on Use Template. And right here you can see now we can edit our template. So if we click on this logo here, you can see this is an image block. So I'll click on that, and over here on the right hand side, I'm gonna click Replace. And then we'll go ahead and add in my logo there. And that is way too big, but if I just take in the corners here, then I can easily just drag that to a smaller size. Perfect. Okay, and then if I want to edit this text block here, I can go over and let's say I want to do $10 off your next adventure. We can obviously customize that there. We can do the code. We can adjust that so it's perfect for our business. You can see here on the right hand side, you can change things like the color, the font. If I click on this button here, you can change the text for the button. So let's say, get your discount now, and do that. And then you can add a link there for your button, again, on the right-hand side, and do different settings for that. And you can go through and edit your email to your liking. There's a bunch of different things that you can change. And if we look up here at the top, you've got an undo button here. It looks like it does save your changes automatically, which I think is really nice. And then you can send a test email to yourself. You can preview it, change the template, or save and close. But we're actually gonna click on next step. Okay, so now they have who should we send this to. So you can either select all subscribers and it will tell you how many subscribers you have to send this email to, or you can click on let me choose a segment And here from the drop-down menu, you can see there's the segment that I created. You can do that. But we'll go ahead and do this to all subscribers and click next step. Okay, and again, it's giving me the notification about the Gmail. Again, for this example, I'm not gonna go ahead and change it, but you guys get the idea. I would highly recommend getting a business email. It does increase your deliverability rates for your email, but it also gives you a little bit more credibility. So if we scroll down here though, you can review and confirm the email. So you have the settings here. Of course, you can edit these from this screen. Start sending, and you can either select send now or schedule for later. And you can do based on the subscriber's time zone or your time zone, and then you can click down schedule campaign or send now. In my opinion, the campaign builder is really simple, but it's kind of missing that wow factor. I didn't love the template selection as much, and I think the template builder could be a little bit better, but I think it is a great option for those who are just starting out and they don't want emails with a lot of design. Omnisend makes it really easy to create simple emails, but when it comes to really complicated designed emails, I don't think Omnisend really works for that. Okay, to create an automation, let's check this out. So we're gonna click on automation here at the top, and then they have our most successful clients are all using the abandoned cart workflow. So you can go ahead, preview, and start building that. But actually, you don't have to just do that. So if you get here into the automation tab, you can actually go down here. I do love that they have this video here on the left-hand side, so you can see how it all works with the abandoned cart and how to set that up. But we're actually gonna go and explore all workflows here down at the bottom. And now you can see you have a lot more options. So again, there is that abandoned cart workflow that they were talking about, but you have a bunch of different options as well. So we're gonna go over here and select the welcome type and see what we have. So we have two options, welcome, and it looks like this one has 3 emails and this other one has 1 email. So let's go ahead and select this workflow. So we're gonna click on customize workflow. And again, we've got the discover the new email builder. So let's go ahead and use that again. Okay, now here you can see our automation. So if I scroll down, here's the 3 different emails that they gave us, all of that good stuff. Here on the left-hand side, you can use this to add into your automation, but let's go ahead and edit these settings and build our automation. So first we have the trigger, and this is typical with pretty much every single automation that you will build in any email automation software. So edit the trigger. So the trigger can be a bunch of different things. Sign up, order placed, there's a bunch of different things. Contact enters a segment. So let's go ahead and do that. Contact enters a segment. So now we have to select a filter. So let's do segment here, and we'll do purchased and click save. So now you can see when they enter the segment that I named purchased, then they will go through this welcome series. So we'll go ahead and click update there. And then we have a delay. So that's really nice. Delays are great in between triggers and emails, making sure that your customers don't receive a bunch of different emails and notifications back to back. So to edit a delay, you can click on this little block here. And here on the right-hand side, you can change it. So if I wanted it to wait 5 minutes, I can go ahead and type that in there. Obviously, you can choose hours, days, weeks, months, or immediately. So let's click update there. And then we have our first email. So welcome to account name. So let's click on this. And here we have the subject line. So let's go ahead and change this. So I want to do welcome to the fam. Here's the pre-header text. Here's a discount. So that's really nice. Again, you can change the email there. And let's go ahead and edit the content. So do you want to save the changes before leaving? Yes, save those. Okay, now here we have our email. Now you can see this email is really simple. But if we wanted to go ahead and edit it, I can click on this here. Again, let's replace this with my logo. Again, we're just gonna drag it to make it a lot smaller. So again, when it comes to the text, I literally can just select and start typing welcome. I guess I need to add the words to the fam. Perfect, and I can change different things here. So let's say I wanted to bold it, I could do that and adjust some different things there, as well as on the right-hand side, you can change things. We're stoked to see you've joined us. You can do a discount. If you wanted to delete this, you can by going over here and clicking the delete block. So if you just hover over the block or click on it, you'll see that delete button. This is the discount code. So right here on the right-hand side, if you've created a discount code for your customers, you can go ahead and add it in there. The thing that I wish that they had, they don't really allow you to add additional content blocks in the email, at least with what I've seen. So that's a little unfortunate. So if I wanted to add in images, I'm not sure how I would do that. So it is a little bit more limited with the email builder. Again, you can see if you want to just build really simple looking emails, really nice. But if you want to do a bunch of different design elements, Omnisend is not suited for that. So again, it automatically saves your changes. You can send a test email to yourself and preview it. And we're gonna go ahead and click save and close. Okay, so now it says it has saved. So let's go ahead and click on this. So the content should be good there. Perfect, you can see the text there. Okay, we'll click update. And then we have another delay. So I'm actually gonna switch this delay to 2 days because I just like a little bit more space in between my emails. Again, we'll click update. And then you have the other emails that they give you in this sequence. So for the template or automated workflow that I created, they have 3 emails. So you make sure you go ahead, edit those emails there, and then you can have the exit. So if you ever wanted to add things into your automation, you can do that by going in here and just dragging this in, and you see the little plus sign there. You can drag in content from the left-hand side to your workflow. Once everything is edited, you can go up here to the top and edit the name of your workflow. So we can just do welcome and click update. So there on the top, you can see that's the name of my workflow. And then here you can click on start workflow. And now your workflow is enabled. So right here, you can see your workflow, you can edit it, and on here, copy or delete and change things as you need. The automation setup in Omnisend is not bad, but it's not the best that I've seen. If you want to create automations with beautifully designed emails, that's pretty hard to do in Omnisend. But again, I do think it does what it needs to help e-commerce owners, and it's nice that you can create all of those different automations centered around your e-commerce store, and especially something like an abandoned cart workflow that is really nice for those e-commerce users. Okay, let me show you guys how to create a form in Omnisend. So we're gonna go up here to the top navigation and click on Forms. And here you have your Forms dashboard. And to create a new one, you're gonna go over here to the right and click on Create Form. And here you've got 4 different options. So we have to choose our form type. You can do a pop-up, a Wheel of Fortune, sign-up box, landing page. So for this example, I'm gonna show you guys how to build a landing page. So we'll click on that. And here, instead of choosing a template, Omnisend has you choose a theme. So we've got our landing page, so we can name this. Let's do just test for this example. And then we choose our theme. So let's go ahead and select this one. Now the purpose of a landing page is to collect people's email addresses. So whether it's just, hey, like sign up for my weekly newsletter, or hey, I want to offer you something for free in exchange for your email address, there's a bunch of different things you can do, but the sole purpose of a landing page is to collect that email address and add them to your segments or lists or whatever it is you're doing. So then let's click on edit content. Okay, so now we've got the content design. Now this is pretty simple, okay? So this is the first page, which is the form. So I can edit this. This is the sign up. So let's do the design here. You can customize the theme. Let's click on this. Okay, so you have background, second headline. So I actually want this headline here. If I click on that circle block, I want to make this darker. So I'm gonna click on the colors and click save, because everything's just really light and I want it to be a lot easier to read. Again, this second headline, I'm gonna click on the circle. Again, I'm gonna click on the color and make it darker and click save again. You can adjust the settings there, as you guys can see. So you have the font size, the type of font, different things like that. So let's click save. And again, let's change the description to be a little bit darker as well. Perfect. And click save, and we'll click save again. So if we go here into content, you can then drag and drop in a logo and do different things there, or you have image options. But here on the side, instead of clicking on the template or the theme in this case, you actually can change the text here on the right hand side. So sign up, something new is coming, or let's do this. Let's change the headline text. So I'm just gonna select that. Okay, and then you have the text content there. So again, all of this is done here on the content block. So if I selected that, you can change all of that. Now down here, you can do more than just their email. So right now, enable phone number opt-in. So I don't want to do a phone number opt-in. I actually want to change this. So I'm gonna do add an additional field, and I wanna do their name. So I'm gonna click add, and here you can enter in your first name, and I actually want to have this above the email. So what you do here in the content block is I'm gonna click on this, I'm gonna move it up above the phone number, I'm gonna go up here and move it above the email, and now you can see on the left-hand side your first name and then the email. And you can make it required, so let's say I don't want to make the phone number required, you can do that. And obviously right here, enable phone number opt-in, this toggle is off, that's why you can't see it, but if I selected it, it will show up here on our landing page. So that's really nice. You can look at the desktop view and the mobile view. So I just clicked on this little phone icon or the desktop. So that's really nice. And then here on this success page, that just means the page that your visitors are going to be taken to after they enter in their name and email address in my case. So if I click on this, you can see it's really simple. You can add a link for this button and make sure that you have both pages edited. So once that is done, you can either save and close, but we're gonna click on save and proceed. Okay, so now you'll see that I've been taken to settings. So it looks, the same, but up here on the top, you can see settings is bolded. So now I'm in the settings tab. So you can do a tag. So you can add a tag to filter out contacts. Double opt-in, you can do a website button. So add in the button for that website or the button URL. You can do Facebook sharing options. So if I click on save and proceed, you can see right here, it'll take me to confirm and launch. So here I have all the settings. This is the link for my landing page. And then I can click save and enable, and it's gonna make that landing page live. And I can share this link online for people to access my landing page. So honestly, I wasn't super impressed with Omnisend's landing page builder. It's really, really simple, which is nice, but I didn't like that they didn't have any templates to choose from, and their themes are really limited. So I think if you wanted to have a landing page that was truly customizable to you and your brand, Omnisend just makes that a little bit harder because their platform, as far as their landing page goes, is so simple. But again, if that's what you're looking for and you want simple, then Omnisend is gonna help you get the job done. Okay, so at the time of me filming this video, Omnisend currently has 3 pricing plans. So if we scroll down here, yes, Omnisend does have a free plan, and right here you can see you can have up to 250 contacts and send up to 500 emails every single month. And then here on their standard plan, starting at $16 a month, you can reach up to 500 contacts, but you can see this little input button here. If you change this, and let's say I do 1,000 there, you can see the standard plan then updates. So to reach up to 1,000 contacts, that will then cost you $20 a month. And you can just go ahead, enter the amount of contacts you have, and you can see how much that pricing is. Again, for the standard plan, for this one, you can send up to 12,000 emails a month. And that's just gonna adjust depending on the amount of contacts. So if I do 2,500, you can see now you can send 30,000 emails a month, and then they have their pro plan. So the nice thing about their pro plan is you have unlimited emails and a lot more text messages that you can send. And here it's just reaching up to the amount of contacts that I entered in up here. So those are their 3 main plans. I do want to note that you can send text messages out on every single plan. So here, obviously on the free plan and their standard plan, you can only send up to 60 international SMSs. Versus on their pro plan, you can send a lot more. And you can see here, if you hover over it, you can see the difference. They deliver all around the globe and the number of messages you can send depending on the region. So that's what that is there. And if you scroll down, you can see what it includes. So professional looking email templates, A/B testing, segmentation. And as you move up in the plans, they're gonna include everything in the plan before, plus additional support and different features there. But let me scroll down here and just let you guys know the difference between SMS and MMS. So the biggest difference between SMS, which is short message service, and MMS, which is multimedia message service, is that SMS is only capable of sending text, and MMS can send multimedia content such as pictures, video, and audio in addition to text. So if we go back here, you can see, and if I scroll down, send SMS and MS and MMS for free. Wow, that is getting me all tongue-tied here. So all users on any plan get free SMS credits, and you can use those credits to send text. But if you want to buy more credits regardless of your plan, so you can send out more text, you can see what that pricing looks like here, depending on if you want to do SMS or MMS. So that's something to keep in mind too. If you want more credits, you can obviously buy them there. And if you scroll down, you can compare the plans and features of Omnisend. If you guys can't tell by now, Omnisend is really best suited for those with an online store. So those who have stores either on Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, Magento, Wix, etc., because Omnisend has direct integration with those platforms. If you do not have an e-commerce store or plan on doing an e-commerce store in the future, I would not recommend Omnisend. Again, just because you have to connect one in order to even start using the features and mainly using the automations in Omnisend. So if you don't have an e-commerce store, I would say Omnisend is not for you, but if you do have one or you're planning on doing one in the near future, I would definitely check it out. Since Omnisend is niched specifically for online stores, you can build better relationships with your customers and push more sales. The list of things that I liked with Omnisend start with one, their SMS marketing. It is really nice that you can send out text messages to your customers. Second, their seamless integration with e-commerce platforms, and that process is really quite fast once you have your store already created. And third, while their automations are simple, they are nice. You will save a ton of time with Omnisend's automated workflows, as there are plenty of triggers and filters and conditions that you can use to create the best workflows for you and your customers. Now, my list of cons with Omnisend start with one, the requirement to have a store. So if you were wanting to use Omnisend and you didn't have an e-commerce store, it just wouldn't be possible. So that is unfortunate, and it does make it hard to try out the software if you are just getting started with an e-commerce store, or you want to do that in the future, but you want to learn how to use the software. Again, you can't really do that until your store is created. And second, while they do have seamless integration with other e-commerce platforms, that was one of the pros that I had, their integration options are very limited. So they only have a few different select e-commerce platforms that they will integrate with, so that is unfortunate. And third, Omnisend is known for lower deliverability rates. So obviously you can help that by not using a personal email such as your name with Gmail at the end. Using a custom email is going to improve your deliverability rates, but overall as a platform, Omnisend is known to have lower deliverability rates. So there you guys go. That is my personal review of Omnisend, and if you guys are interested in checking it out, there will be a link down below this video. Again, my name is Kyla Liu with bestemailmarketingsoftware.com, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye, dudes.